Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Tooth and
So
Claw. This week it'll be me, Kevin Zarnicki, running for Ashley Turkowski, my partner in crime and business, in the Legend of Artemis Pendergast, The Stars in Our Scars, Episode 6, The Box. Ashley, would you like to catch us up?
um so Artemis has made a contract with a character called the Big Bad Wolf. And essentially he owns her soul. Um and because of that, he says that she has to continue to be a lone wolf. She doesn't want to be a lone wolf anymore, so she has gone on a little adventure to try and break free of this contract with uh yes, break free of this contract so that she can have friends and a family and everything like that. And she found herself she's in Seattle because she was there on sabbatical from she was in the IRS, and then she became a special agent in New Orleans, and then she was on sabbatical from all of that in Seattle for a little while with her almost fiance, uh Darian LaFontaine. But because the Big Bad Wolf saw that she was getting too close, he kind of did something to her that makes her want to eat people again. So she's got to kind of stay away from that, from him. And she found herself wandering Seattle and wandered into the Ordo Dracul group, kindred group there.
Vampires.
Yes, vampires. But Artemis has a lot of history with vampires. Actually, more history with them than with werewolves, because she lived in New Orleans where the werewolves weren't allowed for a very long time. So she has a lot of experience with them. So she is with the Kogayan. Is Libretta's the Kogayan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's partnered up with their Kogayan, Liberetta, and she's been trying to help her figure out what's going on with this they call it a locust. Artemis calls it a worm's nest.
No, it's the
Oh,
other way
sorry,
around.
backwards. Other way around.
Ordo vampires refer to
Artemis
them as
calls it
worm's
a
nest,
locust.
but
Yes,
werewolves, mages, and some vampires call them a locus or
locust,
loci, plural.
plural.
Um,
So yes. So there was this weird locust that the Ordo was studying in like their basement. And there was like some guy who was like kind of standing in the doorway of it, like the entrance of it, and Artemis kind of dove in and pulled him out, and he bleeds oil, which is weird. But he's currently in the Ordo like headquarters, Haven. Sorry, their Haven. Um, and he's I don't know what's happening with him because Artemis has stayed through the Looking Glass. She's still in the Locust, and she's trying to figure out what's going on there. It's Seattle, like 1930s, I think.
well, they say it's the 1930s, but it looks
But well,
like
I was getting to that, and it doesn't look like the 1930s. It looks more like 1800s,
late
late
1800s,
1800s.
which, which is an important distinction.
Yes,
It's there.
yes.
People are wearing weird fashion made from buckskin, and things are a little too scandalous and a little too wild and fairly rowdy. And it looks like the city never burned down back in the day. Seattle and Chicago both share a great fire.
Yeah. So it looks like this Seattle missed out on the fire. And it never really evolved super quickly. So yeah, so then Artemis decided to bring in Liberetta to help her like look around and figure stuff out. And Liberetta, being Ordo, was like, "Ooh, an opportunity to learn. Yes, I will go with you." So the two of them were kind of like trying to figure what's going on in this town, and they decided to go talk to Mother Damnable.
Mother damnable.
Damnable. Damnable. And She is kind of like, we found out that she's sort of in charge of this world, that it's like her safe haven, but that someone has infiltrated it and is trying to, I don't know, well, we're not sure what they're trying to do, but they've like infiltrated it. So, Mother Damnable said that they could be allies and that Artemis would be welcome to come here at any time if she helps her figure out who it was that infiltrated it. And this person who infiltrated it had some kind of special tool, which wasn't really described. So then Artemis determined that the person who was probably not supposed to be here was this priest dude, and she figured out the object was probably a box by talking to a pawn shop owner. So her and Liberetta go over to the church. Artemis pretends like she's there to do charity work. And then Artemis is able to find this box. It was slightly open. She went to close it, but got a look inside when she went to close it, and she saw the future. And that's
Bump,
where we left off.
bump, bah! And that is where we will begin. All right.
All right. So, yes. So,
Around you is darkness. It's not the kind of darkness that suggests the absence of light, but instead a dark matter, which is not so distant that you can't lean forward and touch the twinkle, shine, and gleam of what feels like stone. Stone, which is oddly oily, greasy in a way. You see your hand almost clearly, despite the complete lack of traditional light. There is a kind of luminescence here, but not from any knowable source. Your fingers come away from the wall with a ever so slight sheen on them and an almost alkaline, uncomfortable tingle against the skin. Makes you reflexively wipe your fingers on your pants. The tunnel does proceed forward, and you haven't looked behind you.
what's behind? So am I in the box?
How could you possibly answer that question?
I don't know. Okay, what's behind me?
Machines. Like large, like lead gray, and yet with a silvery sheen boxes with dozens of tiny little arms and tendrils that reach out into the stone and are very gradually wearing it away in very precise ways. It's like little armatures of very thin metal on hinges, and then it ends into a dozen little fingers that are just gently scraping away at the stone. It's like the weirdest tunneling machine you've ever seen in your life.
Hmm. All right. Well, I don't want to go near that machine, so
No, it's behind you, and
yes,
it
I
is.
can. I guess I'm kind of stuck here now. Stuck here now. Okay, let's go forward.
All right.
Oh, we forgot one thing. If you guys want to listen to the music that we're listening to, there's a link in the currently viewing section of yeah, there's like a listen or Spotify link. You just click
Yep.
on that and you can listen to what we're listening to in the
And if you
about
just
in the about tab and then the currently viewing section.
want to look it up your own way, we have a listen along thing at the bottom of the screen, which says both the composer and the name of the song. Use your streaming music venue of choice, and we encourage you to support whatever business possible. So,
Sorry, we forgot.
pers- proceeding outward,
Yes.
the tunnel moves gently but steadily upward. Uh, in the distance, you can hear very distorted echoes. More of that odd scrabbling sound. The whole place has a susurrant sound as though you were. Um, God, it's hard to explain. It's hard to describe. Have you ever spent any time at a quarry? A quarry?
I think so.
Just tons and tons and tons of rocks, and one of them gets thrown down. You just hear that steady scrabble and collapse sound. It's like that from every direction. It's more constant. It's a fuller sound, and yet quieter overall than you would think. You pass by another juncture that splits off. It's like you're in a mine. And you pass another one of these weird scribbling at the wall mining machines. You can see that there are several ports and doors built into the sides of these mining boxes.
Okay. Um, are there any spirits here?
It almost feels like there is no spirit world here. And yet it also feels as though you are in the spirit world. This must be an incredibly aligned place, a very specific place. It's hard to say. It doesn't feel like your normal spiritual adventure into the Hissel. This is something strange. But there is a vague sense of familiarity in terms of how it associates with spirits. So it could be a spirit world, but if it is, it's been aligned in a way that you've never seen before.
Okay. Just keep walking, I guess.
All right. Leaving the mining machines behind, untouched and unexamined, you proceed further up. It is a gradual incline upwards. You do find yourself rising. And the sense of pressure changing, you can almost feel a slight breeze coming from above. But it doesn't feel like fresh air recirculating, but almost like a world trying to push its way into here. And as you rise up, it's as though a great crater has been formed, but vertically instead of horizontally, as though there's a dent in the side of the world that you emerge out of. An impact crater. If there were a wall at the end of existence, it's been slammed into here. And this area is honeycombed with little tunnels like the one you just came out of. Turning around, you look and you can see that dozens and dozens more of these machines have been set up. And you can also see that a number of figures are moving among these machines, setting them up, maintaining them.
Human?
Humanoid, at least. They're almost like silhouettes. You can't entirely tell.
Are they
It's
like the guy that I pulled out when he was like on my side of the locust?
a bit, yes. It's
Mm,
there's technological elements to them that don't quite add up, but you can't quite smell them because everything smells like asphalt and pavement, metal and fire and concrete, industry and machinery and silicon. And it's raining. It comes quickly and it stings your eyes and it leaves your skin feeling greasy instead of clean. And as you look up toward the rain, you see the way that it's reflecting the light, and beyond it, you can see what you might call civilization. It's not. It's a city, and it's not far. It's almost as though you're in a construction zone.
So I have to like climb out?
No, the construction is happening against the side of this place. It's just asphalt going right into a city. You could walk right over.
Okay.
Imagine if you were downtown and more of the buildings were under construction or factories or parking garages. There are cars, there are lights, there is habitation, there are businesses, but not as many as you remember. And there are odd figures like huddled and moving out of the rain as best they can. The ground is slick to such an extent that it's almost a mirror sheen, disrupted only by the impact of more of the oily rain. And you can see that there are long, horrific slicks moving, like trailing this chemically rain along the ground. It reflects the uh, what business lights you see at the top of towers. You can see neon in the midst of areas along the side. You can see large, you're guessing, power junctures because they're pulsing with light, and all of this is refracted off in the mirror, creating this spooky, disrupted, distorted sense of the world.
Is
Where, go ahead.
is this city Seattle?
Yes, maybe. It's too alien at present for you to make that determination, but you could investigate further.
Okay. I'll walk. I'll look and see if there's like a newspaper stand somewhere, or like those like in like how they have those like boxes in Chicago where you put a quarter in and then you open it and take your newspaper.
I think they've got those in other cities too, dear.
Well,
Um,
I only know Chicago.
that's fair. Um, you don't actually see any of those, but you do see that there are info kiosks, just like panels at the side of buildings with news with like news reports and just data flows at the bottom. Person on the screen is speaking, but you can't hear them. You do note that there are a number of fingerprints smudged up against the glass here specifically. As soon as your finger touches, the sound seems to conduct directly into you. Production values increased by 46% in these sectors. You are to be commended. In other news, it's like only an economic report and done well. It's not like economic reports tend to have a lot of passion, but it's very like straightforward data delivered.
I'm an accountant. I like that data.
Sweet Molly Magoo. All right. I need your
I'm
wits.
I'm kidding. I
No,
won't.
no,
I
no,
won't make you.
no. Screw you, Turkowski. We're doing this. What is your wits? Plus I don't know, you choose. What's the one you've got that you have a specialization in bureaucracy? A
Politics.
werewolf with bureaucracy.
Politics.
All right. So what are your dice in that?
So it's 6 with 9 again.
Okay.
And I forgot about this, but I was looking through my sheet and I found that I have one of my auspice ability is I have Luna's adaptation where I can re-roll a failed roll once per chapter. I forgot about that.
Okay, so you just rolled an exceptional success.
Oh, good.
God damn it. I tempted fate. I lost.
All right.
But I'll play fair. Well,
Talk
first off,
economics to me.
you have the inspired condition regarding the operation of this system. So
Oh,
you
all
may
right.
add
Well,
that. Oh boy. A lot of the stuff that they are talking about um isn't necessarily stuff that you understand the context of, but it does seem like it's productivity, population, expansion, and a degree of information that is a cross between real-time advanced census data, um, and overall, like, there's no sense of approval or
45-minute drop off. Kevin will be back, everyone. Just give him a few minutes. And there he is.
and here we are. 45 minutes Zarnicki, everybody. All
Yeah.
right.
Welcome back.
Thank you. If you had to coalesce this data, it seems like it's a combination of economic, industrial production, and population factors, but at no point do you hear anything that involves consumer trust, investment, morale, belief, or popularity. It is entirely progress driven with no sense of approval or investment by the buyer. Does that make sense?
All right. It still doesn't confirm where I am. It does it did it say anything about like the city name?
No.
The people that are walking around, do they look human or do they seem a little off?
Well, it is raining this awful viscous crap, so they're all wearing like deep hooded ponchos, all of a fairly uniform slate gray.
Walking around in my my western cowboy clothes.
You stand out. You stand
Uh,
out. You look like
good.
a Davy Crockett cosplayer, uh, with a big ass rifle.
Good. Excellent. Did I have my rifle? No, I didn't have my rifle because I was
Oh,
doing charity work, and I don't need I and and
there's a there's charity.
if I got in trouble, I've got built-in weapons.
Isn't that the truth?
So
Okay, so your clothes are like
but my
it
clothes are completely wrong.
not just wrong, but they are wronged by the rain. This was like lovely suede, and it's soaking up whatever this crap is. It's becoming almost dyed gray from the color of this stuff. You can definitely feel it getting in your hair and just oh.
Like place I can kind of like duck into.
Yeah. There's a couple of like what you're guessing are restaurants. You do hear the pulse of music coming from one stairway going downward.
Let's go
Um,
there.
oh, well, that yeah, the
Can
one
always find answers at a bar.
I suppose that's true. Let's see. Let's find a good one. Trying to find the right kind of music. Nah, too talky. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do this one. Uh,
I'm in
stepping
California.
California. Um, you step down and you find that it's an area that as you're going down, you can see that there are people and like they're dancing, but there's a weird abandon to what they're doing. Like you've seen people at the club just getting crazy because crazy. This is nuts. These people are going full on for broke, like they want to lose their minds, like they just want to forget everything.
Okay. But they aren't human, right?
They sure seem human.
Interesting. Any spirits here?
What would you like to roll to try to detect that in this alien environment?
Oh, I have to detect it? I
In this
mean,
place, it's going to take an effort.
um, well,
Let's say your wits plus occult plus your primal urge.
wits plus occult 7.
Okay, plus your primal urge.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was gonna, I was gonna, I was thinking one of my renown, but that's fine.
Not in this case. But would you like to flare one of your renown marks to try to be like, I am werewolf, I am here, address me.
No, maybe I'm thinking, I was thinking more with using cunning to sneakily try to look for that, find them.
These people aren't spirits, and again, there is that weird sense that there is a spirit. Not You rolled well enough, I'll say this much. It's Do you want to use your inspired for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very nice. You don't sense spirits. You sense spirit.
A
Exactly one.
spirit.
A spirit. And
Where?
that is a great question because if you point in any direction, the answer is yes.
Can I call out to it?
This one.
You know how I'm gonna call out to it.
Show me.
Ooh.
Damn you. Um, do you try to call out to it?
No, I was just kidding because I wanted to go ooh woo and piss you off.
I'm not pissed. I'm oddly touched. Um,
Okay.
it's okay. Reaching out like this, you are stretching your spiritual senses, and you can feel that it's here. It's close. It's almost like you're touching it, and yet it's not in any direction, or it's in every direction. It's like setting a compass down on a magnet. It just spins everywhere. Um,
Mm,
But you rolled well enough, you do feel something else familiar. You can't put your finger on it, but you're absolutely sure that there's a familiar feeling nearby this area.
but I can't figure out the direction.
Nope. In here, the smell of the rain has gone away. These people, they look human, but there are technological elements integrated into them. I mean, not to draw too much upon our mutual Shadowrun experience, but it's kind of like cyberware, but it's more integrated. It's circuit patterns in the flesh or camera eyes or wire hair or oil for sweat. It's and none of them are exactly the same. It's like either differences of installation or maybe different expressions of mutation. It's really hard to say. These people, either they're magnificent facsimiles of humans or they were human and something changed them.
Okay.
I can say that all of them are dancing with sufficient abandon that there's nobody like approaching you to stop you. There
Right.
wasn't a bouncer at the door.
Right. Which is odd. Um, I want to find this spirit. Well, I guess I'll try talking to one of these people.
You can see that there are clusters of them around this very large repurposed basement, but not enough of them that the ones who are dancing, they're committed to dancing.
Or any
You
not
are
dancing?
the ones who aren't dancing are just like clustered in little groups along the sides of the room, whispering to each other. You do catch the flash of the occasional slightly reflective eye coming your way, but then they like return to what they're saying.
Can I hear any? Like, are any of them? I know it's loud, but I have acute senses.
You do. You do. Let's hope you don't get obsession.
Uh,
Let's have that perception roll.
7.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, so take the inspired condition again,
oh no.
but also take obsession. The rhythm of this place is almost literally intoxicating. Like, you can feel it pulsing through you. You can feel it from your, like, fingertips down to the ends of your toes. It's electricity coursing through you, and it's like it's designed to help you relieve stress. You don't feel like that stress is necessarily filtering off of you, but you do feel this a yearning, really. It's like there's nowhere for all of this tension to go, but it's flowing at least. It's moving. It's shaking you up like like a
Yep.
massage that feels good, but it's not really helping.
So am I obsessed with that, or am I obsessed with what the people are talking about?
Well, what they're talking about almost seems to blend in with the music. You can't help but move your body somewhat as you're moving around the room, and you can hear them whispering to each other. The music has fused with you such that you are distracted by it, and yet you hear with clarity beyond it. So you can hear what they're talking about. It's because I don't remember.
Resolve an obsession again?
Yes. Yes.
How? No, how? How do
Oh,
you do it?
how
I
do you
forget.
resolve
I
obsession?
forget.
I actually have yes, Erica in the chat is 100% on top of that. Um
Yes.
Obsession. You have the 9 again quality on all rolls relating to pursuing your obsession. On rolls that are unrelated to the obsession, you lose 10 again. Um, you'll take a beat if you fail to fulfill an obligation due to pursuing the obsession, but you'll resolve it when you shed or purge your fixation.
How do you do
So,
that?
let it smack you around or pursue it to a completely unhealthy extent.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, it's doable.
Okay.
As for what the people are whispering, no, I don't remember China exactly. I remember it, but it doesn't fit into this. Yeah, well, obviously, where we're from doesn't exactly exist anymore, does it? No, I think it does exist. How do we get out? I don't remember ever being out. That doesn't make sense. We're all from Seattle, not originally. Yes. Some of us remember being from elsewhere. Well, that may be the point, but that doesn't change the fact that here we are and whatever this is. Look, personally, I don't care anymore. There's no getting away from this. We do our jobs. Maybe there'll be a way out when the time presents itself. Right now, I just want to stop thinking about 100-hour work shifts. I want to stop thinking about the week.
Hello.
They all turn toward you with like the smoothness of machines. They're staring at you.
Bro, I couldn't help but overhearing. China?
Yes. Where were you
Where?
from? Where were you before you came?
Well, first New Orleans and then Seattle.
The one from China turns to you. I've never met anyone who's been to two places before this. Not before wherever they were from before they came to Seattle. And then came here when they realized things were wrong.
Yes, I was also in the wrong Seattle.
I see. You're new. He
I
looks at your
just got
clothes.
here.
You don't have the marks, though.
Marks?
He holds out his arms, and you can see, like, the circuit patterns moving along his forearms up to his sleeves.
Okay. Sorry if this is rude, but are you human? Or were you once human?
As far as I know, I'm still human. So's everyone else here. Whatever we're
But
becoming, who can say?
and you want to get out.
Would you want to stay?
No, I want to get out too because there's actually something I have to get back to in the wrong Seattle
Nobody knows.
and also the right Seattle.
Nobody. I don't know what you're talking about there. Exactly. More. None of us really understood what it was that was wrong with the world. We simply recognized that there were elements that didn't fit.
Of this world or the world you were in before here?
Before here, Seattle. Something was wrong with the world.
Okay, was the Seattle you were in, did it have cars and like paved streets, or was it dirt streets and horses?
There were cobblestones, and I seem to recall seeing one automobile at one point, but that was a curiosity.
Not like really tall buildings,
How tall?
like tall.
5 stories, maybe?
No, taller than that.
You mean like here?
Like here, yes.
No, of course not.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you have not been. Okay, so you were in. Okay. Okay, do you want to go back? Because I need to go back.
There's no
And since
going.
you seem to know what's going on here, you can help me.
What's the point? This is more real than where we were.
Yeah, just because it seems like you've been circuited into whatever this is. But if I can get you out, which I was able to get one person out before. Not from here, but from the...
No, I think you fail to understand. This is what's real.
No, it's not.
This is what's behind the screen. This is what's behind the facade. This is what's
No.
underneath it.
This is a facade.
Then what was Seattle, if not a lie?
That was also the Seattle you're from was not necessarily a lie, just a different place.
I don't understand.
It's a little hard to explain.
Each of us faded away from the world, and we were drawn here.
Why? Who drew you here? Was it a priest?
No.
Father Francis?
No.
A prostitute?
No.
Who? What?
What maybe? The machine. The machine we're all a part of now.
So what happens when we break the machine?
You don't break the machine breaks you.
Well, I mean, it can try, but I won't. I'm not going to let it break me.
I've heard that before.
Yes, but see, I'm somewhat other than human.
Aren't we all? This
But I've
place,
always been other than human.
we all must have been. Sooner or later, everyone who comes to Seattle becomes a part of the machine, and once they are, they're drawn here to work.
There is something here that is not like you guys. It's not like me. It's not even really human. It's like this energy thing, and I know it's here, and I need to find it. It's not a machine either.
The only things that come from beyond the machine come out of the tunnels, and when they come in, they become a part of the machine.
Here's the machine.
You're in the machine. It's all the machine. The skies, the dirt, our fucking skin. It's all the machine. And soon you will be too. I've never seen somebody come in without the marks before, but it's only a matter of time. The rain burns away what you are. The air poisons you from within. The food, if you can call it that, changes what's inside of you. And soon there's nothing left. And if you resist, they take you for processing. And then whatever's left, there's nothing left to remember anything but the machine.
So if I am, I'm offering you a way out, possibly.
There is no way out. And
so you're just gonna stay here.
Every person I've ever met who claims to know a way out ends up becoming
Processed. Okay, well, let's say that I'm different. Will you help me?
Do you have any proof that you're different?
I'm not sure if it will work here. See, I have markings, but you can't see them because you're not like me.
You will. You will have markings like us, and you will be like us. I'm sorry. The most you can hold on to is your sense of will and your sense of self. That's the one thing the machine lets you keep if you cooperate.
Am I wasting my time with these guys? Or are they not going to help me?
Well, that's a common sense roll, and you only get one per session.
Well, I've got one, so. 7.
Man, lucky 7s all day with you. 1, 2. All right, you get one question.
Like, will I be able to convince them to help me?
Maybe, but the help they can offer is limited. There's information, though. They're saying important things. Would you like a few like multiple choices here to help you out?
Well, I have one question I want to ask them.
All right.
Okay, so you said that this whole place is a machine, but a lot of machines have like a center or a heart or a power source.
Mhm.
Where is that for this machine?
It's the CIH,
DIH. Is that
Central Infrastructure Hub. That's where the processing happens. We're not allowed in there.
uh,
Slipped
I
into
need.
Aussie for a second.
I obviously am not dressed appropriately. Do you have any clothes you can borrow me or give
Sure.
to me?
Sure. That's everybody toss in for the new go. One person shrugs out of a fairly nice looking black long coat. Somebody else, like a girl, straight up takes off her tank top and hands it to you.
Okay, go ahead and change clothes.
All right. If you decide to like sort of panhandle around the room, you can actually put together a fairly comprehensive outfit. Um, the skirt's a bit short. The boots go up just below your knee. You've got a tank
It's not,
top and a long coat. You look like you walked out of the damn Matrix, but then again, so does everybody in here.
and this is not Artemis whatsoever. Okay.
No, this is Victoria
Or Rose.
or Rose. Characters you will all meet.
Well,
So,
if they watch William, they've already met Rose.
true. All right, so
Okay.
do you want to just
DIH.
do you want to ditch your ruined leathers, or
Do I want what?
do you want to ditch
Oh,
your ruined old clothes?
I mean, they're ruined. But no, I don't want to ditch them. I don't know
Well,
how tracking works here, but
you had a satchel, so I'll just say that you can shove them in
tuck
there.
it in the satchel. Okay. Uh. So okay. So the CIH building. You said you're not allowed in there.
No, you got to be
Who
processed.
is?
The processed.
Only the processed?
Sometimes they say if you volunteer for processing, the perks that you get are superior to being a standard worker. Personally, I have no interest in discovering what that's like because I've never met a process you could talk to. And the people who talk to the process tend to be under much higher scrutiny.
Is there any security in this CIH building?
There's security almost everywhere.
So like cameras everywhere?
That is what they told us in our indoctrination.
Even in the bathroom?
Privacy is an illusion. We're probably being watched here. We simply look
Okay.
for areas of low surveillance and that are far away from infrastructure requirements and then put together what we can.
Where can I go where I won't be seen?
Nowhere. You're already seen. Some of us, we think that it can see through our eyes. We're all part of the machine, really. Which means that, well, how do you escape from yourself?
What am I obsessed with again?
Listening to them, basically.
Oh, I'm obsessed with listening to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I may translate that elsewhere. You can overhear some of the others that he was talking to amongst themselves. God, another newcomer. Well, she can't help it. We were all new once. Yeah, but what if she does know a way out? She ain't getting us out. Thoughts? Ashley? Oh no, is Ashley frozen? Oh no, I think Ashley's frozen. Okay, until we get her back, let's take a moment in the chat. If anybody's got any questions, hit me up with it. Happy to catch you up with whatever's happening. Take a look at what's been said already if nobody's contributing. Humans with a double O. I hear you. Mortals. So, for those in the chat, I suppose some of you who follow Chronicles of Darkness might have figured out where she is, though admittedly we are playing a little fast and loose with the setting. There are elements at work here which are. Yep, we're going to get her back in. Ooh, I look screwed up there. There are elements at work which link up to several different settings. That's why we say Chronicles of Darkness, even though the protagonist of this half of the game is a werewolf. Artemis, surprisingly enough for a werewolf, deals with a lot of stuff that werewolves don't generally get involved in. So there's a lot of crossover and lost in translation stuff happening. Do you agree that sometimes acute senses gets in the way of itself? Yes, to an extent. Obsession isn't the worst condition to have, and I mean you can get a bonus speed out of it. Looks like Ashley lost internet for the moment. She will be back. Acute senses has a little bit, yeah. I'm almost thinking maybe if I lean over, you guys can see me, but there we go. Yeah. So if you've got acute senses, then you've got a much better chance at actually hearing things, but you do run the risk of obsession. But if you are trying to solve a mystery and discover some cool shit, then that obsession isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means it's hard for you to break away from it. Resolving your obsession is the complicated part for the GM. I've seen it done where players become obsessed with the details of something and the minutia, kind of like a Toreador in Masquerade. In other cases, it might be seen as like for a cop, an obsession with investigating the crime scene itself. Definite like true detective vibes on there. It can be a sensory overload, like losing interest in other stuff. I think it really depends on what the senses are trying to pick up on. You can become obsessed with an environment, you can become obsessed with a person, you can become obsessed with uh, really anything that the storyteller decides is a good move. So there's a lot of options at work there. And I mean that's really the purpose of conditions, to create a sense of oh, now
So I'm here, but I can't. I'm on my phone because I lost video. Ah, there I am.
it's
I
hey,
lost internet. I'm
hey,
sorry.
we've got you in one form or another, and I'll take it.
I'm here. I'm on the phone. I lost the internet. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey, just glad you're here. Love you tons. We've been talking about the setting and acute senses and whether it's good or bad.
Okay.
And to finish up that thought, I think it's good because the more problems you can give to your storyteller, the more they can weave that into interesting story and possibly even use it as a way to guide you towards, what you need to find or what makes for a good story. And it's not about winning, it's about telling a good story together. Anyway, now that we have Ashley back.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the camera down real quick. You're gonna see my ceiling. I just need to plug my phone in so the phone doesn't die.
Exciting.
I'm still here.
The internet has been pretty wacky today.
Yeah, our internet just completely cut out. It's just it went completely gone.
Yeah, we're having a good old time.
Yes. Okay, so I'm here. I had to restart the router, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I'll just sit here on my phone.
All right.
Yes. Okay. So I don't know how to get my music back up.
Well.
Oh well. That's
anyway.
Okay.
So. Where we leave off?
I asked you what I was obsessed with, and you said basically listening to them. But I have a feeling that my that spirit, that one spirit that exists is at CIH.
That is possible.
Because if you said I can sense it everywhere, right?
That is true.
So I'm thinking if I can sense it everywhere, then it might be the power source.
It's not an unreasonable deduction. On the other hand, they did say that those tunneling things are where things come out of. So
that's true.
There's theoretically a way out there, theoretically. So what do you think? Oh no, she froze again. Oh, I hear you though.
Am I back? So my stupid phone, because it still had the Wi-Fi option, it tried to connect to the Wi-Fi again, and then it screwed me up. So now I'm just on the data.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All
okay,
right.
so since I'm not super equipped to go running into a freaking the corporate building of whatever the hells are in there, I'm gonna just I think I'm gonna try to go back to those tunnels if I can find them.
All right, so you just turn and walk away?
I mean, I still want to talk to them. I just don't know what to talk to them about.
It's entirely your call.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to ask them what stops people from just going back through the tunnels.
We try every now and again. They just end. There's no entranceway. You just appear there. I don't know. You say you're different. Maybe you'll have different luck.
Well, do you remember where the entrance for your tunnel was?
There's so many. Who can say?
Let's try. I can't just keep sitting here talking, even though I want to talk to them. Talk to them about. Okay, let's try. I'm gonna go back outside. Is there can I get an umbrella?
No, but there's a hood in the coat.
Oh, okay. Good. Put the hood up and go outside. All this crap in my hair anymore. go back and try to find the tunnel end.
All right, then. Oh. All right. You make your way out. They just sort of nod sullenly as you depart back into the streets. A truck passes by, but you debate calling it a truck. It's more like a cargo crawler if you had to ladle a definition upon it.
Okay.
So, it's not a very far walk before you make your way over. You can see now that it's as though there's a wall in the world. Like this is just its edge. And it really is like a honeycomb in this impact crater into the side of this wall. Just a few dozen of these holes. Want to pick one?
Do I know which one was the one I came out of?
Well, you didn't take the time to really note which one, did you?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming I followed my same footsteps.
It's hard to tell one footstep from the other when everything's just glittery, oily gravel. But let's have you make a memory check.
Okay, what's the memory check again?
I'm pretty sure it's wits plus composure,
7.
like a million other things. When in doubt, wits plus composure.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my phone to sit somewhere. Holding, shaking it everywhere.
You go into one of the tunnels and you realize while you're in there that this could be it. On the other hand, maybe it's not. You don't know if you could tell the difference between one or the other.
Well, let's try it.
All right. Moving deeper into the tunnel, you find it branches off in a couple spots, and it always ends with one of these weird little picky tunneling machines.
Let's look at this picky tunneling machine thing.
It looks like there are drawers almost set into it. Buttons along the back. It's all right. You fiddle with it for a second before pushing a button, and it pops out almost like a cash register. And inside, you can see a number of vials. Each of them, it looks like some of them have been capped. Other ones are still open and partially filled. You can also see that there are other drawers of different sizes and shapes. As you go through the different drawers, you note that like some of them have that clear, viscous, alkaline-like fluid. Others seem to have a purified black liquid. This thing appears to just like pick up all the stuff it's mining and refine it into separate elements.
You said there were buttons?
Yeah, each of the buttons, most of the buttons seem to open up different drawers with different compounds, whatever they are. Um, the uh, the primary one, there is also a primary console on the top, which is an archaic mixture of hyper technology and cogs and levers. It's like if a cyberpunk and a steampunk couldn't win an argument and just build something together, but kept building on top of each other.
Are the buttons labeled by any chance?
No. I mean, some of the designs in their little light up panels might be glyphs that mean something, but certainly not in any language you speak.
You sure?
Okay, you know what? Let's try it. What's your intelligence plus computers?
6.
Well, bugger me sideways. You start to recognize that these patterns might be binary. I don't suppose you have binary as a
No.
language, do you?
No.
Well, you know it when you see it, but that doesn't mean you can read it.
Right. Does any of it look like an off button?
You could just start hitting buttons willy-nilly and hope that that doesn't draw unwanted attention in this closed-off place where your back is to a wall.
It's true. What is the fluid? All the vials have like different fluids in them.
Mm-hmm. Whatever it's picking apart, it's turning them into some kind of like liquid form. It's very hard to say what this is. If they're labeled, it's in binary, and you know, if you go through a
What
full
is
battery of investigations, it's hard to say.
what does it smell like?
Well, it smells like the cave, like the
And the
tunnel
cave
you're
smells
in.
like oil.
It has that weird alkali oil smell, like an unhealthy chemical mixture with asphalt in summer rain. Cranked to 11. But I believe your perception was 7.
Yes.
As you smell some of those vials, you can pick out that there are very, very faint traces of something else. That one almost smelled like coffee. Do you want me to guide you a little bit here for speed?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little completely lost. Like I know I probably should be going to CIH, but I'm like I can't storm a fucking corporate building of who knows what the fuckery by myself.
No, no, no. This is I think you're doing things very intelligently. It's more the time constraints of a stream. Okay, so you go to a couple of the other machines and start like giving a sniff to their stuff. One of them smelled like coffee. One of them smelled like, I don't know, farmland. One of them
Coffee. Wait, is that Seattle?
could be, but one of them you smell someone. Someone you knew. Memory check is 6.
Oh, what's the memory check again?
Wits plus composure.
7.
7.
Oh, but I have the obsessed condition. Oh, so you just don't. Yeah, whatever.
You smell someone who should be dead. You smell Soros.
Wait, but I unplugged him from those machines.
Would you care to tell the audience who Soros was to you?
Soros was someone I thought was my friend. He was my partner when I was put on the special unit of the NOLA PD. He was the coroner and I was an IRS agent. We were partnered up to handle special kind of investigative cases. They always tended to lead to supernatural crap. And since we were sort of like bound to the kindred prince of New Orleans, we were also tasked with cleaning up after that crap. But I thought he was my friend, and he was. I mean, we never really fully figured out what he was, but it was always assumed he was some kind of like Frankenstein creature. Artemis didn't know this, but for those who are familiar with Chronicles of Darkness, he was a Promethean.
But with a
But
very
Artemis,
odd provenance.
yeah, what was that? Oh, he created himself. We found that out when we had to go through this other weird world that Artemis has mentioned before in this game, where it was like when World War II happened, the Nazis won and they took over America, sort of like Man in the High Castle. But yeah, so we went through that weird world. We also ended up in space in that world, but there was this guy who was in a pinstripe suit. We never knew his name. I always called him Pinstripe.
Oh, you.
Uh-oh, there goes Kevin's 45-minute drama. Oh, thank you everybody for sitting and dealing with our technological issues today.
I'm back. So,
Good. My internet is still shitty.
at least mine are reliable. So you think of Pinstripe?
Yeah.
You see that the oily sheen on the area it's trying to tunnel through starts taking on a somewhat rainbow hue.
Okay.
You're pretty sure you smell Pinstripe.
Pinstripe, is that you?
The oily rainbow sheen extrudes out of the rock slowly, painstakingly, appearing before you as a kind of rainbow flame before coalescing into a humanoid form. The light is so blinding you have to close your eyes, and when you open them, a relatively short man in a somewhat shabby three-piece blue pinstripe suit, combed over hair, stocky build. Why, Artemis?
Pinstripe.
I do love
Never
this name.
told me your name.
You wouldn't be able to say it.
Is it binary?
No, it's not binary. But you've learned an awful lot since we last met.
Pretty much everything I've learned right today, this week.
Growth happens eventually. Sometimes gradually and sometimes in fits and bursts. But yours aren't usually the kind I'm teaching that lesson to. He's looking around the tunnel. You always seem to be in the right place at the right time. Perhaps I should be keeping a closer eye on you.
It's in my nature, I'd say.
Soros was a looped byproduct, but I was able to let that problem go when you resolved your issues in New Orleans, more or less. That situation is contained, but this place threatens that.
What is this place?
Again, the language. There's nothing in your human or wolfen tongue that's going to communicate that.
Does it kidnap people?
Not exactly, and not exactly.
That didn't answer any.
I know. Believe me, I don't like being cryptic with you. I'd love to say it's my nature, but it really is just translation. What you see is not what is, not when it comes to me. I'm working very hard for you to understand as much as you do. And anyway, timing is certainly different this time. And will be again and again. But not so much here. Strange. It's a world within a world, but without the loop. That explains it. Artemis,
Yes.
do you want to get out of here?
Well, if you're saying it's threatening what I fixed in New Orleans, then maybe I need to stay.
More or less. I'm not offering you a way out directly right now. I'm saying that this needs to be brought down. But what exists at its center is something that you will need to face with all prejudice.
What's at its center?
Something like me, in a way.
But you never told me you were.
There's no words for it for you. None that I know how to say to you, and none that you would understand if I said my way.
Is it?
If I tried to tell you, it would literally wound you.
Okay, but it's not another one of those things, is it?
No. Not exactly, and not yet. Your kind's mandate is to police the boundary between worlds, yes?
Well, yeah, but this isn't exactly the Hissel.
No. But something of the Hissel has been co-opted into this place and turned into a part of its infrastructure. Which means that you are ideally placed to remove what's being co-opted. What guides it and guards it, that is what you'll have to face. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think you're equipped to actually do battle with it. Not in a stand-up combat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I can't even say its name, how the hell am I supposed to fight it?
Well, it will cost me, and it will hurt you for a time. But I can give you your ability to reshape yourself in this reality once again. Have you tried shifting your flesh while you were here?
No, because I was told I'm being watched.
Very apt. If you had tried, it would have alerted this reality to a violation of its precepts of reality. You would have become anathema to its rules. This place has no patience for your kind, and most others from what I can feel. I can give you a limited ability to change that, if only to exist as what you are. Then, you have to find a way to sever the connections between the guardian of this place and its prisoner. Remove the prisoner, you remove the power of this place.
So where's... Okay, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. This is a lot to take in, Pinstripe.
I'm aware.
And last time I had to do something for you, I had a lot of help.
I am aware.
And now you want me to do this by myself?
I don't...
And become permanently altered?
No.
Or at least temporarily altered?
Not exactly. More restored to what you were, but the strain on your system is going to be considerable. You'll need to rest after all is said and done, and I'm sorry for that. But this is your way out. And what's more, potentially, you could save the people stuck here. Perhaps I can offer them a way out.
Fine.
May I ask you a question before we begin?
Yes.
Why do you resent my guidance so much? Have I ever led you wrong?
No, you haven't. It's just I have problems of my own that I'm trying to take care of. but I don't want these people to be stuck here. It's not fair to them.
I'm familiar enough with your kind to know what you are. You tend to be where you're most needed.
Yes, yes, there is that. But what about what's most needed for me?
In serving others, perhaps you serve yourself.
No, because I'm still in a contract with some fairy tale creature.
Hmm. Hmm. I'll tell you what. Just to prove my good intentions, I hope you'll forgive me for being unable to communicate as clearly as you would like. But I will do my best to aid you after this, if you assist me, because if this place continues, some of our work will be undone. I know that you're willing to do this without me even asking. And that's why I'd like to offer you something to feel like you've profited by the experience.
See, now that makes me seem selfish.
You're not selfish, Artemis. You're isolated. And being isolated, you don't know exactly where it is you're going or what it is you're doing, and you don't have a way out. My kind are interested in personal growth. Not generally your kind, but you are rather exceptional for your kind, aren't you?
That's what people tell me.
Water finds its level.
All right. Well, I really don't want to have what we did in New Orleans undone because that was not a walk through the park.
Not for any of us.
And if we can save these people from a 100-hour work week, which just sounds awful on top of everything else that they're going through.
We can save them from this doom. Whether they're saved from the next will be partly up to them, but they will have my assistance. What's more, it may put a rather excellent capstone on your work in New Orleans.
Well, I need to keep New Orleans safe.
Well, then by all means, save these new souls, and I'll help you. Are you ready?
Okay. Okay.
He holds out a hand and presses it to your shoulder, and you see his hand fume up with rainbow-like flames. And you feel those flames press into you. And you recall the pain of your first change when your body snapped and cracked and reconfigured itself into new formats of flesh and function. You're not shifting, but the vile potentiality of your lycanthropy suddenly becomes so much more real once again. While you were here, you felt like a human who knew a lot, but you feel like a werewolf, and feeling like a werewolf, there is exactly one spirit, as you understand spirits, in this place. And you're pretty sure you can track it to its source.
And I'm pretty sure that's the thing I have to save.
I'm not going to confirm that, but that certainly sounds like a very solid assumption.
Okay. Let's go hunting.
I can't go with you to the fight.
I figured it.
Not if you want to save these people.
Well, as long as it's a fair fight.
It won't be.
Great.
This thing is in its home. It is part of this world. It administrates it. And that will be difficult for you. But you will have an advantage.
What's
It
that?
is not expecting you.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing I didn't shift.
What's more, you will have the advantage in terms of how do I put this? You don't need to defeat it. You just need to liberate that which it attempts to hold. If you can do this, its hold on this world will crumble.
See.
He stands at the edge of the cave, looking out. He looks at the city and shakes his head. Disgusting. Well, good luck. What's your move?
Track the spirit.
Okay. All right. The tracking is simple enough. I don't even need to roll for it. Whenever you get near one of those power conduits,
Mm-hmm.
you very much feel that power, like, sharply focused. It's in these large cables, thrumming with energy being pushed outward.
Okay.
You could possibly follow those cables. You could follow, well, you tell me.
I'll follow because you said the energy is going through the cables.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll follow the cables.
All right. Proceeding forward. Let's see. As you follow the cable, which is thrumming outward, you're going towards the source of that thrum and pulse. You can see that you are approaching what looks like a very large domed construction, almost like like a football field sized mushroom. Very squat with a slight overhang over a massive pillar of concentrated machinery. It is extraordinarily, like, just holy crap. These are that is a huge building, and you can see that more and more of the cables that stretch across the city lead directly to this building. There are doors through which, passing back and forth, you can see are some of those tunneling machines which walk along on spindly legs, escorted by, naked humanoids, but they have far more of that machinery aspect to them than the people you talk to.
Okay, and they see me?
If they see you, they're not acknowledging you. Are you attempting to sneak?
I mean, I don't want to get wounded before I have to fight this thing to get to whatever it is that I need to save.
So, yes.
So I guess I'll try to be.
All right. Give me your Dex plus stealth.
6.
You're not exactly stealthy.
Damn it.
The good news is they don't.
Is it because I'm still obsessed about listening to those people?
Well, you're over that obsession.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the obsession is sort of shifted to, like, their plight and how to liberate them, which sort of translates into a bonus for you.
Oh.
You're not sure you could walk away from them if you wanted to. You feel driven to this purpose. So, what's the move? You approach closer. It's truly epic in size. This is Akira level industry. Um, some of those transport trucks move in and out through very large gateways into the structure. There are smaller doors people move through. The move that you take is up to you. You could approach from any angle you can imagine.
I kind of feel like I want to try to sneak in through the, like, where the trucks are going in and out of.
Okay. Let's try that stealth again.
Wait. I don't think I have anything that helps with. No, nothing
That's a
to help me sneak.
well, it was other than spending a point of willpower. But
Other than that,
yeah. But no, that was a pretty damn good roll. You managed to slip low and sort of come along the edge of the building and pass by with one of the trucks. And if you want to, you could try to grab hold of the side and ride it for a while. You can't be absolutely sure that you're totally safe there, but it would get you going faster.
well, I was gonna try to like go on to the back of the truck because the
Okay.
side of the truck they'll see me from the side view.
All right. You managed to grab onto that and holding on, you like press your back to the truck and looking, you can see receding the entrance. Above, more and more of those cables are bundled along the sides, providing a pulsing flicker strobe that whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay.
All right. So the truck begins to turn, and you can see more shuffling figures moving out, but they don't turn to look at you.
Okay.
The sense of the spirit is very powerful here, but you can feel that it is somewhere towards the center of this area.
Okay. Did the truck stop?
It has not yet.
I'll just keep. Is it heading? Does it seem like it's heading to the center?
The truck is pulling off before it gets to the center, but you can hop off pretty easily at the
Oh yeah,
turn.
hop off the truck.
All right, you're in the middle of a very large passageway. Technology and concrete intermingled almost randomly everywhere.
Okay. Okay, just keep walking. Act like I belong.
All right. You pull up your hood, and we'll give that another stealth check. That will do it. Okay. You manage to like shuffle your way closer. You are approaching what appears to be some kind of checkpoint. It's kind of like one of those metal detectors, but it doesn't seem like people are being inspected because I don't think there's any expectation of a breach or rebellion.
Gotcha.
It's more just a scanner, possibly for like whatever purpose this person serves.
Sorry, my internet's back up, so I wanted to try to get back on the computer since it's easier for me instead of holding this phone.
Okay.
But I'm still here.
Okay. Do you want to try to bluff your way through?
Yep. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Get on my real quick.
Mm-mm. As always, questions in the chat are very welcome.
Okay, never mind. I guess it's not working.
All
All
right.
right, we're just gonna stay on the phone.
All
Just
right.
have to figure out how did I. There we go. All right.
Okay. So you can either attempt to breach, just like breach through this checkpoint, or you could hope that it scans you and finds a purpose.
Okay. Let's do the scanning.
All right. You're going to go through the scanner.
Yep.
You step up to the large arch of technology. Very cold cobalt lights sweep over you. And a voice comes out of seemingly the building itself. Function unknown.
Can I just start running?
You just start blitzing.
Or, well, does it know specifically that I'm the function unknown?
It just scanned you.
Is anybody coming at me?
Not yet, which is almost more alarming.
Okay, then just keep walking like it didn't.
Intruder, state function, state purpose, intruder.
Reprogramming.
Rogue element detected. Rogue element detected.
Damn it. Is anybody coming at me yet?
Not yet.
Okay, start walking faster to get to the center.
You hear running footsteps behind you. A lot of them.
Okay, start running.
Glimpsing behind you, you can see that all of the processed have turned and are just, we're talking 28 days later, full bore, arms flailing, running toward you.
But I want to shift. I can shift again, right?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna shift to Urshel. That's the fastest.
Doing so, you can see that your form is like lit up by that rainbow light as you do it. It's almost more of a flash and what comes out of it is you in that form instead of your flesh popping and transforming as usual.
Interesting.
It would appear that you can make rapid transformations as a reflexive action for the duration of this encounter.
Okay. Good.
All right. You are booking. They are much faster than humans ought to be, but you are a goddamn wolf.
Yes, I.
All right. Let's make this epical. Okay. Give me your dexterity plus athletics. You are approaching a number of blast doors which are closing down in front of you.
Okay.
To jump through them before they close, let's have them rolls.
What do you need?
I need your dexterity plus athletics. Oh no. Today is not our day for internet. All right. Still taking them questions, folks.
I'm sorry, I don't
Hey,
know
there
what
you go.
happened.
All right. Hey,
I don't
you're
know what happened.
here, and that's
Okay. What do you need me to roll?
Dex plus athletics, please.
Seven.
All right. Kale Surprise.
Because I'm still in Urshel form, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you blast through the first one. Oh yeah. Second one. They're closing in various formats. This is just they're voguing at you.
Okay.
And you are just nailing it. You are running through each of them with the speed and grace of nature's perfect killing machine. It's a shame nobody's here who can admire it. In fact, you rolled so well, I'm going to tumble you right past a couple of encounters because you are just straight up zipping and dodging and moving until you just like throw yourself through a chamber and through an entryway and into a central chamber. A massive transparent cylinder tank rises partway out of the ground, metal capped with the cords coming out of it. Within it, you can see definitely the source of this spirit. Whatever is inside, you can see that it is just frozen and pulsing. It looks like stars that have been just caught in a moment and are blazing with their energy being siphoned away into those tubes. Sitting atop it in this rather massive chamber, you can see a large biomechanical being. It has wings that appear to be made from razor-edged knives. It has hair.
That's not fair.
It has hair which comes out in antennas of spikes that come out from the ridge of its head and go down its back. It has cables connecting all along its pallid white flesh into the machine. It looks up at you with eyes. It has eyelids, but its eyes are made entirely of glass, crystal or something.
Okay.
You are outside of designated registration.
Well, you're outside of normal human decency.
Incorrect. Decency is order. I am order. You are a rogue element.
You're a rogue element.
You are unclean. You do not prescribe. You do not fit to the prescribed optimal program.
That's a good thing.
Submit yourself, or you will be integrated into the machine forcefully.
No. Can I shift into Garu form?
Yes, you can.
No.
A flash and a bang of polycolor, and you emerge in full war form. And you feel more focused than usual. The instinct to kill feels like it's utterly under your control.
Okay. Well, then, let's kill this thing.
What's your initiative?
That's an excellent question. Why don't I have... Oh, because duh. Sorry. I'm used to looking at a vampire sheet. It's 7. Oh, wait, no. In Garu form, it's 8.
Okay, good.
I forget that all of those things are on a different page.
All right. Here we go. Okay. That was an incredible roll. You act first.
Oh, okay. Just gonna, can I... Is it like attached to a machine?
For the moment, it appears to be connected by cables to this machine.
How many cables?
They're all along its arms, and you can't see its lower body, so it could be a lot.
How much bigger is this thing than right
It's
now?
it's about the size of you in your war form.
Which I'm in.
Yes.
So we're evenly sized? Okay,
Yes.
then I'm going to try to grab him and yank him off of his cables.
All right. You leap up toward him with a roar and a ferocious swipe of your claws. Give me your strength plus brawl.
Hello, am I frozen? Are you frozen? Who's frozen?
I hear you. Just keep it going.
I said 10.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear that.
That's why I was like, hello.
Full 10, all the dice. All right.
All the dice.
Holy crap. This is a really good roll. Holy crap. Okay. Counting your 10s. That's like 8 hits. Okay. Yike. God, I thought I built a good boss for you, but destiny is with you, Namdar.
Yep.
Okay, and it did not roll a single success. So, you launch yourself up at it, and like its wings position to try to come at you, and you just like cannonball into it, smacking into it. Its physical form has such a density that it doesn't go flying. This like the leap you just did would knock a car flying. And it just sort of like but you dislodge a few of the cables that are connected to it.
Woohoo.
And some of those cables, you see that energy being siphoned out start spraying outward.
Oh no.
What's your essence?
I'm
Right.
full.
You're full?
Yeah.
Mm.
I made sure to be full before I went back into the weird Seattle.
Because this is essence.
Oh shit.
More than that, it's not just essence. It feels aspected toward destiny.
Well, I mean, I can use an essence, but none of my gifts are really applying right now. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. But it's not my turn.
I'm just saying essence is welling out, so bear that in mind.
Okay.
Okay. So it's going to take its attack at you.
Okay.
What's your defense?
5.
Okay. All right. It tries to hold on to you with its hands. It's not really grappling you, but its wings stab downward with their knife points, piercing into your back. Take
So,
take 2 aggravated damage.
well, okay, so I actually have Berserker's Might.
You
It's a reflexive action, and once per turn, I can use it in Daru, Garu, or Ursula, and I can reduce the damage by my glory, which is 4.
Hot dog. Okay, you should have taken aggravated damage. You don't.
What do I take?
Nothing.
Bashing? Oh, nothing?
Actually, yeah, let's downgrade that to bashing. So you take 2 bashing, which will regenerate this round anyway, so who gives a shit?
Oh, right, so let's
Um,
write that down.
eh. All
Okay,
right.
so I used up an essence.
Yep, and immediately gained 1 back.
Yay.
All right. So, and it's your action again.
Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, so I want to use one step ahead, which tells me what their next move is going to be.
That's for pursuit. That's not a combat thing.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, how about... okay, well... Hold on, I'm thinking.
Okay, well, it's attacking.
Well, no, wait, let me attack it back. I was trying to see if I had any gifts I could use to attack it, but I don't really have attacking kind of gifts.
Nope. All
So
right.
I'll attack it.
Strength plus brawl.
10.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm a beast.
All right. You claw at it, but it seems that its ability to resist damage is about on par with yours.
Shit.
It attacks you back.
Berserker's Might.
Ba-ba-ba-bum. Yikes. Okay. Okay. Take 6 aggravated damage.
Can I Berserker's Might that?
Yes, so now you are taking 2 aggravated and 4 bashing. You'll heal the bashing, but those 2 ag, that's going to take time and essence.
Right.
Yeah, you are not getting through this thing's armor, but it did seem to, like, disconnecting those cables did fill you up with some essence.
Can I use my essence to try to break through it?
Break through what?
Break through his armor?
If you had a gift for that, I think so, but you don't.
No, I don't. I don't have a gift for that.
I'd like to remind you, think back on the advice Pinstripe gave you.
I forget.
He said, you're not here to kill the Guardian, you're here to free its prisoner.
Okay, well, do I see its prisoner anywhere?
It's in the tank.
In the tank.
Yes.
Can I get to the tank and break the tank open?
You're on top of the tank.
Oh, I am? Can I open
Yes.
it?
No, it's connected to this thing by the cables that are attached to it.
So I have to free him from the cables, is what you're saying.
I'm saying the cables certainly seem like a point of weakness, yes.
Okay, so let's get another cable unattached from this guy, or 2.
All right. Give me your strength plus brawl.
10.
Okay. That's a mighty good roll. You want to pump some willpower in there and see if you can push it to the limit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh crap, that's a good roll. You like pressing one claw against this thing's chest, you reach over and grab one of the cables and yanking it, you kind of sweep a whole bunch of them. You don't rip its arm off, but it like resists and you just essence floods outward. And the thing is making sort of a mechanical sound, which you're guessing is screaming or frustration.
Yeah.
The cables around you are starting to flicker and freak out a bit. All right, it is
Okay.
going to attack. You have freed one of its arms, which means it has more ability to strike at you.
Well, good.
1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 10. Yeah. Okay. So,
Oh God, 10.
your defense is what?
5.
So it's 5.
Minus my glory, 4.
Okay. You take 1 aggravated damage.
Yeah. Taki mushrooms. How many more cables are there?
There's a few. Attacking the cables seems to work, but you might try attacking the tank itself.
Well, how do I attack the tank? By breaking it open? Okay, then try to break open the tank.
All right. There's a point I want to get to with this one, so I'm just kind of like expediting a
Well,
bit.
we had to. Well, yeah, and I mean, I screwed it up with my internet problem. So
You're fine.
we
You're
go
fine.
over a few minutes. It's fine.
You're fine. So, okay. May I recommend a point of willpower as well?
Yeah.
All right. Hey. Oh shit. That's really, 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 really good for a willpower roll. Okay. You press back away from it, grabbing a cable as you go down and snapping it out before punching repeatedly into this glass. It's super fucking reinforced. This thing could probably withstand any kind of damage that a mortal could do to it. But you ain't immortal. Do you have that power like point of weakness or something like that?
Prey on weakness.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. I think there was one that like capitalizes a weak point, but I don't
Well,
remember off the
so
top of my head.
I mean, I mean, prey on weakness, sort of. Like, it'll tell me if they're sick, if they're poisoned. I can tell what their blood and bone is, if it's a wolf.
No, not in this case. All right, this thing's crawling down. Do you want to focus on trying to break the tank?
Yeah.
All right. Cables from around you are trying to snake around you to grapple you. That's a failure. The wings are stabbing downward at you. Okay. Using that Berserker's Might again?
Yeah.
All right. Only take one aggravated.
I would be dead if I wasn't using Berserker's Might right now.
Yes, you would. And okay. Those are some lucky rolls, no less. All right, so smash the window.
Yep.
Buff with willpower.
Hulk smash. Yes.
Damn right. That's what I like. And with a roar of absolute fury, you smash through it, just bam, 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 and finally crack through the glass. The energy that pours out. You see all of the hoses flicker and stop and then shunt backwards into the space. And you can feel the whole world shake. The thing on top of this machine is letting out a mechanical roar. You are just fucking pushing away from it as these
Take cover.
these glowing balls rush out toward you, and you're caught in this nimbus that is carrying you away out of the hallway. Everything is like all around you. This building is like starting to crumble. The processed are just puppets with their strings cut. And you can, you're pulled out of the building, and this nimbus of light with these pulsing little stars within it says, "We have to go. We must go, Namdar."
Where are we going?
To leave. To finally leave. This place cannot live without me, and you freed me. We must go now.
Take me to Seattle.
I don't know what that is. Come on.
Okay.
It's floating towards where the tunnels are.
Follow the floating spirit.
You can see crowds of people rushing towards the tunnels. Some of them
Go
are
to
running
the one
around.
that smells like coffee.
Some of them are confused, and some of them are like, I don't know. I'll go. Every once in a while in the crowd, you see a pinstriped man pointing towards the tunnels, and people just running for it. They'll take any guidance they can get, and they are booking.
Okay.
And
Hey, spirit thing. Where's the tunnel that smells like coffee?
what's coffee? Come on, we gotta go.
No, I'm asking you. Can I smell the coffee?
Oh, you're asking me.
Yeah.
No.
All right, well, let's just pick a tunnel, I guess.
People are streaming towards the tunnels, and you can see that Pinstripe is like guiding them towards this one or that one or whatever. And he points at you, and he says, "Artemis, well done again. Back to New Orleans, or do you want to return to
No, I
Seattle?"
need to go to Seattle.
As you wish. He points at one of the tunnels.
Spirit, this way.
Pinstripe gives you a broad grin and a wink as you vanish into one of the tunnels. At the end of the tunnels, you can see that the rock is crumbling away, and on the other side, it appears to lead to another world. A completely different tone and color and everything. Folks are rushing into dozens of them. Yours is especially high up, though, and most people aren't climbing that high. You blast through?
Just up. Yep.
You pull your head away from the box.
Am I a wolf right now?
Nope, you're human.
Is the spirit with me?
You see the coalescence of energy around you. I can't believe it. I'm free. It turns to you, Namdar. Surely this is a sign. There's meaning in this.
What kind of meaning?
You're a Namdar. The stars guide you, and I am of the stars. I am of destiny. I am meant to help you. This I know.
Okay.
I am bound to you, if you will have me. I see that you are alone, and I see that you are lost. But I will help you.
Okay. I don't know if that's allowed, but okay.
Let they who stand in our way know that to stand in the way of destiny is to stand in the way of the storm.
Am I bleeding? Oh, there goes Kevin's usual drop off.
It's an
Welcome
epic.
back. So am I bleeding?
Yeah, you're fucked up.
Oh, good.
hurt-
And I'm
you-
still in the church with this box.
Yes, you are. But looking at the box, it's empty.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna keep the box anyway. Did I put that statue back?
You pop it back. Do you just want to get the hell out of there?
Yeah, Spirit, we need to go because I'm dying. Well, not dying, but I'm bleeding. We gotta go.
You don't die here.
Oh,
None will see me but you.
okay. That's it.
So are you just like limping out of the room, just like, yep?
Yeah, I gotta go.
You limp past the door and realize that
Liberetta is being me.
Yep, who looks up and goes, the priest looks up. What the? Wait a minute. Liberetta's like, yes, so sorry, must go, bye. Just
I gotta go.
two of you are
Wait,
running.
wait.
Wait. He goes out in the hallway, and as you exit the church, you hear, no, no.
Okay, get back to Mother Damnable.
Returning to Mother Damnable. She is waiting in her infamous bar and hostel and brothel. You have what I wanted.
It's empty.
It's useless now. The contents were what were valuable, and it looks like you've saved me the trouble.
No problem. I need to go somewhere to heal.
You are, of course, welcome to rest here. May I suggest that your own world might be a little more hospitable? But you have certainly earned my hospitality here. Clearly, you're willing to help me maintain my form of order.
The priest was the one who had the box. So, do with him what you will.
Poor man. He'll be in need of guidance now, won't he? Well, you're welcome to stay here, or return to your own world. Your choice.
Should probably go back to heal up better.
As you wish.
I can come back.
You know the rules and the law of this land now, and you know to whom you would answer when you come, but know that you are in my favor.
Well, you're welcome.
And you are welcome. Here. Now, I have a world to run. Genzi. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Liberetta looks at you. So now what?
I need to go rest.
Well, warm bed and steak tartare?
Yeah, sure.
You proceed back to the locus,
Hmm.
and as you pass through it, you can feel, again, that weird sort of stutter into the spirit realm, but then emerge on the other side. And you realize that you're not alone as you emerge from the other side.
Well, so is my spirit with me?
Your spirit is with you, and so is Liberetta. And a bunch of Ordo vampires are standing at the stairs, and the area around you is filled with ghosts. Ghosts with circuit pattern souls who turn to look at you with questions. And that is where we will end today's session.
Uh-oh.
All right, good times.
All right. Yes, I'm sorry for all the technical issues, everybody.
I don't think any of us had any choice in that matter.
No, I
So-
usually am pretty good with the internet, but whatever reason it didn't want to work. So I apologize for that. But if you've missed any of our shows, our YouTube link is down below in the currently viewing. We also have our link to our Google Calendar, which has all of our stream schedules for all of the shows. This Tuesday, catch Jerry at Twitch. This Wednesday, Kevin and I will be doing a shop talk about how we got into gaming and specifically Chronicles of Darkness.
And a little bit of detail
and
about
a
the
little-
setting we've made.
Yeah, and a little bit about this detail that we've made for the Tooth and Claw Chronicles, which has 3 games currently. You watch 2 of them, William and Artemis, and then there's another one that's run on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be another game coming. We'll see. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. That is all down below. In
Subscribe
the
to our
section.
Subscribe to our YouTube where we put our summaries and full episodes.
Yep. Highlights should be posted this Friday.
We take
this
tips
one.
through coffee. We're starting a Patreon. You can follow our Twitch, and we hope you subscribe. Because
Yes, yes, we have a Patreon that you can go check out.
As always, we'd like to pay a special thank you to Erica, our beloved engineer and moral support and technical guru. And please, please, please check out the folks in the credits. Each one of them has been integral to the design of our site, our business, and everything. You really just the characters on either side. Heidi, holy crap, you're so good. I'm absolutely coming to you for more work. But yeah,
Our logo.
our logo,
All of our logo
our
is done by
background, our background and format done by Lindsay. It is fabulous stuff. So please check them out. Please patronize them. Times are tough and freelancers need money. So aside from that, anything else, Ashley?
Nope.
Nope. Well, good job, you. Thank you. And thank all of you for joining us today. And we will see you in 2 weeks for the return of William Ravelowe, and in 1 month exactly for more of this story. This has been The Legend of Artemis Pendergast. And until next time, ooh woo.
Ooh woo.